Good morning, people. Welcome to build day 19. Getting a late start this morning. It's going on about 11:30. I was in bed by midnight last. Oh, sorry, you're getting weird angles there, aren't you? I was in bed by midnight last night, and actually slept in till a little after 10 this morning. Sorry, trying to get the flags up here while we're talking. There we go. So you're getting wanky camera angles. Breakfast of the day before I forget anything. After our weird breakfast, and no shade, Gypsy Heart, I'm not pregnant, but I feel like it half the time with some of the mood swings I go through. Here we go. Okay, flags are up, trucks move, blow-ups are plugged in, we're good to go. Okay, hold on, spotting something else here too. Came through here a couple of times with zip ties in my back pocket. And I kept thinking I was losing zip ties. I couldn't figure out where they were going because they weren't on the ground. I found them. They're stuck in the cobwebbing. There we go. That it? Yeah, got them all. Now out here I got the set dresser on the other side of the tarp over there waiting on me and trying to stay out of camera angle. We're walking the haunt. And yes, I'm going to get you on camera every second I can. Beautiful as you are, you need to be in pictures. But she's been out here a little bit longer than I have, putting in sunflowers. You know, we grew a bunch of sunflowers. She's putting those in the corners, putting corn out, and what have you. We're walking the haunt, trying to figure out where things need to go. So give me a sec, let me finish up with the pretty lady here, because she doesn't want the whole thing recorded, because she hates being on camera, even with that beautiful face. And God, I love her in pigtails. Oh, God, is she nice. Okay, back to shooting the opening footage. Sorry about that. The wife and I were in the middle of walking the tent, figuring out where to put sunflower plants and corn. For example, that there. Those were, we grew a whole bunch of those, and she's got them scattered throughout the haunt, and she's going to be putting corn up in key locations too. Now, breakfast of the day, I think I gave it last segment. I don't remember. And if I didn't, you're going to go without breakfast this morning because it's just too dang late for breakfast. And it's almost time for lunch. So, but if I did give breakfast, then you're good to go, aren't you? You can always have a eclair, a chocolate eclair, I guess, for breakfast too. You know, if you're so hungry. But our project for today, and our only project we will be working on today, is going to be taking place in here. It's time to get in to the water room and get this finished, getting this put together. All the other displays have been pretty much put together. This one, you know, it does have a few items out in it and stuff. Everything's kind of roughly sitting where they're going to be, but I can't go any further in here until I get the liners into the ponds, which is our chore for today. We're going to get the liners in. It's a multi-stage project getting these liners in. Stage one, and we're going to start with the biggest pond first. I've got to get all the items out of the pond, including the water wall. You got to get it all out. We're going to put it all over here. We'll get the liner in, and then we'll do stage two. Or actually, putting the liner in is stage two. We'll do stage three. And that's getting the water wall into place and permanently set up and everything back out into here. Stage four, we'll move over to either that pond or that pond, yank everything out of it, put the liners in, put things back in. You know, and that's the way that things are going to go until all the liners are in and all the props are back into place. Then we've got to come through. I've got all my fence panels for the water room sitting over there. We're going to get all those panels, get their poles out, and we're going to get all the fencing in. Okay, so you know that's the thing today, is to get the liners in, get the fencing in. I do have an appointment about 3 o'clock. My daughter's having a get together at 4, and I've got to go down to Hobby Lobby and Home Depot and pick up the last of our stuff that we need for the haunted house. At least I'm hoping it's the last. But I need to get some solder and a foam ball and a couple outlet boxes and some paint and some black tarp and, you know, little things. So we're going to go out and run our errands, go to her little hamburger party with her friends, and then come back. So I don't know how far I'm going to get. Now, we're going to start today. I'm hoping to get this room finished today. If not, it will be finished up first thing tomorrow. I would like to get it done today. That would mean, because as soon as this room is done, you know, we get the liners in, the fencing in, and all the props are together, then all I have left is electrical, lighting, and audio. So, and oh yeah, and then touch-ups on the painting. You know, all the frames and stuff need to be painted and what have you. So we're getting into the home stretch. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to get to work. I do not know how many clips you're going to have. I'll probably give you one of the water wall all put together. I know we've got a lot of new people watching the vlogs now, and they've not seen a lot of this stuff. So we'll give you a scene of that put together. Probably not running because it won't have the electrical hooked up to it, but at least it'll be put together. Anyway, see you in another segment. All right, now the fun starts. We got the water wall out, we've got all the props out, and I've got a length of the plastic stretched out. I just got, well, pulled out. I gotta get stretched out. And then it's just a matter of stapling it to the frames, tucking and stapling. So, lucky you got another clip. All right, the fun has started. I've been working on the big pond. We got everything out, and it looks like I've got the liner in, right? Wrong. I still got that side over there to do. I've gone from that corner down to here, around, over, and I'm into that corner. So I've got to do the bump out in behind the water wall and that far side yet. And that's always more challenging because of all the slop extra that we've got stretched around. Now, I don't know how much extra is actually there until I get the pond in and get it cut. But I'm thinking I should have enough plastic there to do this one. Should be fun. But we're making slow progress. It didn't take much more work, but liner is in. Now, when I'm doing these linings, I've learned from experience years ago, when you fasten it to your siding, and as you can see, I'm using 2x10s, they're just staked down to hold it. There's not a whole lot of weight there, so that's basically really all you need. When I go to install the liner, I attach it to the top of the 2x10, and then I push the liner down the front of it, or the back of it, depending on which way you're looking at it. You know, and just follow along doing that step all the way around. There's been years past where I haven't done that, and I've had to redo the lining, because once you get the water in, the way of the water will literally pull it off the staples. This way it won't. Now, if you notice, there's a lot of wrinkles and stuff in the tarp, or in the bottom, and the bottom is not taut. I don't want it taut, because that could cause a problem too. Well, that could cause a problem basically because of the odd shape of the pond. With a regular swimming pool or pond, they're square, they're oval, they're rectangular, what have you. It's real easy to get in, lay the fabric down, have it smooth across the bottom, and you do your thing. With this being such an odd shape, it's virtually impossible to get the thing smooth on the bottom. No matter what you do, you're going to have wrinkles. Now, you are going to lose the majority of the wrinkles once you get the water in it. Once these ponds have filled and set for a day or two, the weight of the water will mash down the grass and compact the soil a little bit, and as it does that, a lot of these wrinkles on a lot of these bags will disappear. Now, I can tell by looking right here, these 3 wrinkles here. There's one there, one there, one there. I'm going to have those even after the soil compresses a little bit. No matter what I do, I'm going to have those there, but they'll be laying flat. They won't be a tripping hazard if I have to go waiting to fix something. And hopefully I don't, because after the water's been in here and sat overnight a couple of nights, it's fucking cold. But now that we're done with this stage, I'm going to take a breather, and I'm going to go in, sit down for a little bit. As soon as I check something, because something's catching my eye here. Okay, it's just a piece of dirt. I think, oh God, I got a hole in the tarp, which would mean I've got to take it out and redo it all, and I don't want to have to do that. But take a break. I got to check, see what time it is. But our next step is getting that water wall over there put together and into place. The wife will be giving me a hand for that when I need the help. Thank God. So we're going to get the water wall put all the way together, except for the motor for the fan blade, and the fan blade won't be going in right away either. But we'll get the piping on, the grill on, what have you. And then we got to get all the various props also back into this pond. And I think I have enough extra tarp or tarp from this one to do the small one over there. I've just got to check it for holes before I put it in. I'm going to have to cut a fresh piece off the roll to do that one. And this young lady has been extremely busy. She's been, like I was showing you, doing the sunflowers and the corn stalks. And she's been out here for a while, but I think she's about ready for a break. Oh, it was a pain in the ass. But the wall itself is in. Now I've got a pump, a motor, the strapping for doing all the piping. I've got to get it all the way assembled. And that's what I'm going to be working on, is getting that thing assembled, because it is a freaking chore. Just putting those walls in is a freaking chore. But I got a couple errands to run, and my daughter has her play day thing with her friends. Not play day, they're just getting together for lunch. So I'm going to take off, go and do that, and then when I get back tonight afterwards, we'll get in here, and I got, you can see the nub there sticking off the wall. That's where the motor goes. We got to get in here and get the motor and the pump and all that stuff put in, so I can get this sealed back up, and then we can move on to another liner. So be back a little bit later. For you, it's not going to be very much later, because the next segment I'll be back. Well, I know for you it's been almost instantaneous. For me, it's been 2.5 hours, and we're just getting back into it. We left you with the water wall, and it's going on almost 6 o'clock, almost regular dinner time. Since me and my daughter are already eating, I'm just out here. And we're just going to kind of keep plugging away. My first chore this evening is getting that water wall 100% assembled. So we are going to continue working on that. My next chore with it is this mess here. I've got a pump to put in. I've got a motor to get put in for the fan blade that's buried over there. So we're going to get working on that. Let's see how far we can get tonight. Okay, according to my display screen, you should be able to see this. Still light enough in here. The motor's in, the fan blade's in, and the grill's in. I still have the piping and the fountain that goes in around it yet. But I figured the time I got that done, it might be too dark for you to see that. Now, the fan blade's set at the speed I want. It's basically a windshield wiper motor running it, and which is right there. Hooked into one of these. I can't remember the name of them right off the bat. It's a pulse width modulator is I think what it's called. But the nice thing is it allows you to adjust the speed of the windshield wiper motor without losing all its power, its torque. So I can have it going real slow. And here we'll try going like that. You're getting a side view of it. Or I can crank it up. There you go. To go in even faster if I wanted to. And I can go faster than that if I want to, and I don't want to. I'm afraid I'll put too much stress on everything. So I just want it going slow and easy. Sorry, I'm trying to get it adjusted back to where I had it. There we go. Now, Of course, you'll get a look at it once we get it in all the way. But imagine that thing turning about like that. And then the fountain that goes in over the top of it spraying out a mist of fluorescent red water. That fan blade is yellow and blue. The bars are yellow. The grout lines on the brick are dark blue, and the mold on the bricks are green. So this whole thing's going to fluoresce. I think it's going to be a really, really neat effect having that blade turning with the water running on it. But anyway, I wanted to show you that before it got much darker in here. And then we'll get the pipes over there and the fountain installed next. Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I've been pushing it out here. We got that pond back together. We've got the water pump for the fountain installed, ready to go. It just needs electricity and water, so it's good to go. We got this one done, and you can see the pump back there and the hose sticking out, which I need to adjust, which I will do once we get the pump turned on, which I can't do until I have electricity and water. So that one's good to go. This piece of crap pond, on the other hand, sorry, I am not happy with this pond at all. 3 different attempts to get a line around. I had to redo it 3 times. And it's this corner right here is causing a crease through the thing. First time I did it, I stretched the plastic from that wall over to here, and I had a solid dam going across. So I tore it out and redid it. I did it from the back out, hoping that would take care of the problem. Didn't. So the third time I went from there to there, and I got down to that, which isn't too bad. No matter what I do, I am going to have a huge crease right there, and there isn't going to be a dang thing I can do about it unless I want to take this corner out and soften it up. And if I do that, I'm going to have to adjust this pond too, because it's going to narrow the walkway too much. So kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now, ate up a lot of time today messing with these ponds. I knew it was going to happen that way. I did get the plumbing ran for that fountain. The pump is in the tub of stuff downstairs. I take a couple of seconds to put it in, so I can do that when I get ready to do electrical. Other than that, I still have quite a few things left to do, and we'll cover that and end of the day wrap up here in a bit. I gotta get my tools put away, get my truck parked, get power turned off, all that happy horse shit. So I'm gonna go do that now. Now I'll meet you guys up on the front porch and we'll do a wrap up. Alright, front porch time, end of the day. End of the day wrap up. You saw about how far we got. Actually, where we got, considering I got a late start because I slept in this morning, was pretty good. All the liners are in now. 2 of the pumps are installed. The water wall is totally put together, motor and everything, and it's working beautifully. Still curious to see how the fountain's going to do, and won't know that until we get electrical on the water. And the small fountain underneath Clifford, the big red dog, just needs its pump installed, and I can do that at a later date. We still have fencing and some smaller stuff that gets hung off the ceiling netting in that room. Plus, we are going to be installing some of Jim Erickson's netting in that room. Not going to get to it today. Getting too late. I'm getting too tired. I'm making mistakes now. So we're going to call it quits. We'll come out and we'll get that done first thing tomorrow. That'll be the first project. We'll be getting that stuff done. Mainly the fencing. Can't do anything else until I get the fencing in. So fencing is going to be our first project tomorrow. And we'll just sit there and plug our way through it. Figure, cigar went out. Okay, time to light up. Hold on, here we go. I feel better. Is a flame memorizing? Huh? But yeah, no, just some smaller things. But we're going to get started getting the fencing in. And the display really changes appearances once the fencing goes up. And then the rest of the small, everything else is pretty much small stuff, shouldn't take too long. I had hoped to be done with this today, you know, and then take a day off to do some touch-up painting around the haunt and work on the LEDs. And then Sunday, get in and start doing the audio and the electrical. By the look of it, it ain't gonna happen. We'll get done with the fencing and stuff, go right into paint, and don't know how much time I'm gonna have to work on the LED project. Oh well, it's gonna be one of those again. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a close, get in the house, get it edited, get it uploaded, and we will see you guys tomorrow. So stay spooky and stay toxic on whatever day it is.